It is the last matchup of round 2. Who's going to book that final spot in the third round? The last 16. Will it be Ryan Gauld, formerly of Dundee United, or will it be Mr. James Tavernier, the current Rangers captain? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. We're one step closer to crowning the greatest player of the Spfl in the 21st century. This is the final matchup of round 2. James Tavernier has got a chance to become the 4th Rangers player to make it into round 3, whereas Ryan Gauld can become the one and only non-Old Firm player to make it into round 3. So there's definitely there's something up for grabs here for both guys.
I would say there's a lot of Old Firm bias in this, but let's be real, there's just a lot of bias towards one club. James Tavernier almost getting scudded, which we'll get into in a second, but I mean, let's just break it down. Ryan,
is it not fair to say that the best players since 2000 are more than likely to play for the top 2 teams, though?
No, absolutely. I mean, I think that is likely, because more often than not, if they do play that good, they'll end up moving to one of those 2 anyway. But let's see what they're... the poll! I thought Ryan Gauld was going to beat Tav, but he hasn't. He's only come in with 40% of the poll. What do we make of that? Well, I'll tell you what, right? I'm only joking. He should never be beating Tav. As much as I've got beef with Tav over the last couple of years, right? It would be an absolute disgrace if Ryan Gauld beat James Tavernier. Fact of the matter is this. Tavernier is better than Ryan Gauld. Some people are just going to vote Ryan Gauld because, guess what? He's not a Rangers man, and he's up against a Rangers man, and it's quite that simple. Ryan Gould's also the same guy who didn't... It's not like he played 5 years for Dundee United and was utterly fantastic. He had a year. He was a part of that crop of talent that came through. Suter, Robertson, Stuart Armstrong, himself, and many others. I mean, what a period for Dundee United, by the way. But if you're being real and you're taking all your tinted specs off, right, and even recent biases towards Tav, how can this even be this close?
Yeah, 60-40, it's a close tie, it's a close outcome. But in reality, one of these guys has went on to, have record-breaking seasons and captain Rangers to a league title and trophies. Another one just kind of left after doing a couple of 5-star skill moves. So, yeah, I don't know. I think James Tavernier should have won, and he did win. Anyway, Cody K says Ryan Gauld is far better than James could ever be in his wildest dreams. He's an MLS legend, and his numbers back that up.
Well, listen here, Cody, numbnuts. It's not about what he did in the MLS. Oh, your numbers back that up. Well, do Scottish football fucking numbers back it up? I'm going to say no, they don't. So how about that? Those apples, big man?
Ron Son Roll says, on skill level or penalties, don't forget Tav's a legend up there with John Gregg. Ross Blue says, highest scoring British defender of all time. Simple, no question. Well, still is a question, but it's a bit simple. Delaney says, not in a competition, mate. Tav all day. Cute Canchi says, Tavernier, please. Kenny Space says, scraping the barrel. I don't see how it's scraping the barrel, because do people not know what tournaments are?
No, some people are just thick as pig shit, my friend.
See in the Scottish Cup 4th round, see if it's Clyde versus Forfar Athletic, is that scraping the barrel? Or see if it's Celtic versus East Kilbride and it's a mismatch, is that scraping the barrel, or is that just the luck of the fucking draw? Anyway, Evan Sean Osborne says based on skill levels or penalties. He says, yeah, just copy someone else's comment.
Oh, Sean, get some new fucking content, my friend.
FLDC 11888 says, I don't know if I said that right, but whatever. As a Celtic fan, Tav is the highest scoring defender, not just in Scotland, but in the world. But come on, he isn't the player he once was. Yeah, but is he better overall than Ryan Gauld? That's what it's all about.
But why can't people fucking read? It's like, he wasn't the player he once was. He ain't. But we're factoring in the player he was as well.
Boy says, how can the serial loser even be in this conversation?
It's against Ryan Gauld. He's not against fucking, Larson.
Hold on, 64 people started this. I think James Tavernier's got a case, got a point to be in the top 64 players since 2000. Gary Hale said, this is hilarious, you taking the piss. It's not.
Reel it in, Gary.
CME says Bojan Miovski, and Hugh Trotton said none because they're not and never be good enough to wear the hoops. Enjoy your day, you drum banging scum. 5 in a row is on its way to Celtic Park. What's this fucking absolute mongoloid talking about? I mean, like, fucking, oh no, what? Oh, they're all shite because they're never good enough to wear the hoops. I mean, what?
Maybe they don't want to wear the hoops, mate. How about that? Ever thought of that? Any reasons? They want a fucking list of the million reasons why they don't want to wear the hoops? No, because I'm better than that. So let's go and talk about the next round. Tav's got no chance. Speaking of hoops, Tav will need to wear hoops to get the job done here.
Fucking Tab's onto spaghetti hoops, I think. But anyway, he defeats Ryan Gauld, 60% to 40. Tavernier advances into the next round after defeating Calvin Bassey and then Ryan Gauld. So James Tavernier will take on Arthur Boric, who so far has been he's beat Johan Mialbi, then he defeated Fat Man, Mr. Chris Boyd. So
no, but if you want to talk about proof of like the actual disgrace of the votes here, it's like Calvin Bassey should be closer to Tav than Gauld. I know Bassey only did it for like a period of time, but Calvin Bassey was unplayable for like the final 6 months of his Rangers career. He was phenomenal. Ryan Gauld was alright. You know, young up and coming talent. The fact it's 60-40, man, that sits wrong with me. But if I'm to make a prediction, I think Tav's going to lose heavily next time.
Yeah, the only reason Bassey didn't get closer is because it was two Rangers players, so it's not like they couldn't really vote against one or the other.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. James Tavernier wins. He's into the next round. And I believe the first matchup in round 3 will be Nakamura versus Larson. And I wonder if you're going to get some numbnuts soon. But you can't compare a midfielder to a striker. Anyway, till next time. Peace.